Hi guys, this is Travis, and today I have a really cool video for you. A little bit different from my normal videos. It is not a deck profile. This deck goes along with my Lightwings slash Lightsworn Blackwing deck profile that I uploaded. I wanted to make a combo video for this deck just because I wanted to show you kind of how it worked, because obviously making a 50 card deck could leave people a little bit skeptical. And mixing two archetypes that don't normally have a lot of synergy could also make some people skeptical as well. So I wanted to make a combo video for the deck and show you sort of how it works. So I'm going to shuffle up. I've already shuffled this a few times. I ran through it a few times to mix up the cards very well. And 50 cards is a lot to have to shuffle, by the way. But thoroughly mix it here, and then I'll cut it again. So I don't have another deck here to play against, but you can obviously build this on Dueling Network or DevPro. So I'm going to show you the 5 cards that you would draw here. So far as a very monster heavy hand, which is normal. Not a very bad hand though, just because there's a lot of Blackwing cards. So if you're going second, your draw would be Lila, which is very nice because you have the soul recharge there. But we're going to play as if we are going first. So what I would normally do for this first turn, just to kind of prevent your opponent from seeing what you're playing, and because one of your cards is Blizzard, not too aggressive of a first turn, I would just set the Zephyros and pass turn. That would keep some resources for the next turn anyway, and that way I could find out exactly what I'm playing against. So let's say the Zephyros was not destroyed, but it was revealed, and then they think, oh, we're playing Blackwings. We have a very good matchup because Blackwings are very bad. So considering I didn't get first turn killed, you would draw into your Lila. So here's where it gets fun. Activate the recharge, discard Lila. You draw 2, draw another recharge, which is cool, and then you mill 2. So I'm going to put the grave here. So mill Effect Veiler, which is okay, and then mill Solemn Warning, which is not wonderful, but that's what happens when you're playing. Okay, so for this turn, I think I would go a little more aggressive. Summon the Shura, and then possibly set the Deep Prison. Hopefully Shura can attack over whatever they have. Let's assume that they're playing Burning Abyss, and your Shura is attacking over one of their Burning Abyss monsters. So it's going to recycle itself, but Shura still gets the effect, and you can go into 1,500 or less attack points Blackwing. Normally what you want to get when you do this is your either Kochi or Steam. In this situation, I'd be much more interested in Kochi. So I'll special summon that. And his effect is negated. Okay, so shuffled that back up. Go ahead and cut it, because you usually cut it. Okay, so for main phase 2, I would go into a rank 4. And generally the first one that I like to make, where'd it go? Lost it. Is Lavalval Chain. Lavalval Chain opens up a ton of plays in this deck. Basically, Lavalval Chain lets you Foolish Burial something, or you can put something on top of the deck. Now, the cool part about this is, in this hand, I'm holding Solar Recharge. So what I'm going to do is send my Kochi to the grave with his effect. And I'm going to go through the deck and grab Raiden. I'm going to put Raiden on top, because that sets up my next turn play. And this is sort of how the deck works. You want to toolbox everything. If you toolbox your Blackwing cards properly, you can get through your deck really quickly, which is the point. So for the next turn, let's say they have something that really wrecks your field. Let's say they Castel this away. So this goes back to the extra deck. This goes to the grave. And let's say they get over this too, and they leave you with basically nothing. You still have this to prevent the OTK. So let's deprison their Dante or whatever it is. Okay, so now basically you have no field. So you're going to draw, and you already know you're drawing into Raiden. So you're going to recharge, and you're going to draw 2. You got Charge the Light Brigade and Call Up Serpent, and then you're going to mill 2. I'm going to move the graveyard so you can see it better. Right here. So I'm going to mill, Call Up Serpent, and Mind Control. So this is where the deck kind of gets really interesting. You already have options to come back from losing your field. You activate Charge the Light Brigade, so you mill 3, Bottomless, Allure, really bad mills. But the good part is you get to add your Raiden, which is what I'll be most concerned about anyway. And by this point, if you didn't notice, the deck is really thinning quickly. It's sort of like playing regular Lightsworns. It deck thins really quickly, and you have access to that powerful little engine with the baby Chaos Dragons. So you add it right in hand. Now, because you're holding these two, you have access to whatever you want. So think about what their field consists of. First of all, I'm going to banish the light from the graveyard, special summon this. Then I'm going to normal summon him, and I'll go ahead and activate his effect to deck thin some more. I sent cards of Black Feathers and another Black Whirlwind. So by this point, the graveyard is getting huge over there, but not really concerned about it right now. Okay, so you have access to a rank 4 or level 8 synchro. So let's think about their field. If they have a boss monster on the field, you could go into 101, take their boss monster, no big deal. You could go into Castel. You could go into Stardust Dragon if you want to prevent some massive field destruction. You could go into Darkened Dragon for some spot protection. That's probably what I would do. I would probably use these two to go into Darkened Dragon, because Darkened Dragon can get rid of some problem cards on the field. Other options would be Black Ship of Corn, which could do some burn damage. Gaga Cowboy if you just want that 800 really badly. If you're in an advantageous position, you could go for a Cowboy. So once per turn, you can use this effect. So I would use this effect. He would go in 2100 and then destroy one of their cards. Keep in mind what's still in my hand. I still have Blizzard and Gale. So that means if something happens with him next turn, let's say he gets destroyed, right? So they come back, I use a trap card, it's destroyed. So I draw. Now for turn, I have a very nice hand because I can activate Whirlwind. I can, how would I want to do that? I think I would normal summon this. And because of all the milling, there should be some pretty good options to go into from the graveyard. Summon something in defense mode. And from here, you could potentially do two things. You could special summon Gale and go into Armor Master, or you could go into Armed Wing right here. And the effect of Whirlwind still, don't forget, with Blizzard. So this is just a little bit of an example of how the deck is played. Some combos that you can make off of that first turn. The next draw is Chaos Sorcerer, so you could obviously special summon him and then banish a problem card if you want. And if you still had Blizzard on the field after that play, if you went an Armor Master, you can make a level 8, which is pretty cool. It's sort of interesting to think about. You could always go into Sorcerer, banish something, and then make a level 8 with those two. So, an Effect Veiler, Phoenix Chamber coming up, some more nice combo cards. So, one comment I'll make about this deck, you're not playing it like a Swarm deck anymore. Blackwings are beyond Swarm decks. They're no longer stacking the field with a bunch of monsters and overwhelming the opponent with synchro cards. Blackwings now are really a finesse deck that require a really strategic player to execute them properly. And it's more about timing than anything. Even if you're not playing this build with the Lightsworn cards, you, with Blackwings, still have to worry about when to normal summon your Blizzards, when to drop your Kalutes, and is it worth it to use your resources? Because Blackwings run out of resources really quickly, especially against Burning Abyss, and they're just not as fast as the meta. So that's why I built it this way with the little Chaos engine. I thought it might give them a little bit of a fighting chance, a little bit more power play. And as you can see when playing this, even if I were to do this again and show you another opening hand, so let's just shuffle through really quickly and then cut the deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just to show another opening hand. As you can see, in your opening hand, you want to see lights and darks. So I have the Veiler to help with your opponent's opening play. And I have some other, I have another hand trap and Kalute. I have really access to a rank 4 already because I can normal summon and special summon, whatever. My first draw would have been another Shura, which isn't too relevant. But this could be your first turn. You could establish a 101 or a Castel. Or you could be more conservative. You could activate Whirlwind, normal summon, and then search for Gale or whatever you want. And then you have your hand traps. So you could obviously search for Gale, go into Armor Master, and then you have a battle hand trap to protect Armor Master and an effect hand trap to protect Armor Master. So I don't know. I just think it helps a lot to have the little bit of a Chaos Engine in it. One thing I need to mention about this extra deck, I went through this in the deck profile, but it really needs Black Rose Dragon. So in light of that, I would take out this probably, even though I really like the card, or I would take out this, one of the two, to put in Black Rose Dragon. But anyway, just a little bit of a combo vid to let you guys know how I think the deck should play. And yeah, leave some feedback, comments. Let me know if you've tried this deck already. Let me know what you think about it, if you tested it out on DevPro, how it plays. And that's it. If you have any ideas to improve it, please leave them on the deck profile vid. Like, favorite if you enjoy it, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. And I am signing out.